Hello, and welcome back to yet another video. This is the 11th episode of a story in which 10-year-old Naruto meets Minato from future and that turns Naruto's life upside down. As Naruto lives a happy life in which he is trained by Minato and later Kushina too. After you've finished watching, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. To begin, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get the party started. Dad, why Kakashi-sensei is there and ignoring us? Asked Naruto. I don't know why he is here. In that state we will have some hours until he comes back to his senses, commented Minato. Here he is. This explains everything. When he is looking for those books, sense of smell surpass even us, said a familiar voice. They saw Pakun and the rest of Kakashi nin dogs getting into the room. Hello Pakun, why are you and Kakashi in this town? It's a mission or something like that? Asked Minato. Yes, it is, Namikaze-sama. We were looking for you. Something happened in Konoha and you must come back as soon as possible, said the pug. What happened? Asked Naruto. We don't know the details, you will have to wait until he is back to normal, said Pakun. Minato resealed the books and waited until Kakashi finished the one he was reading while Tsunade and Shizune healed Jiraiya from his last deserved beating. Meanwhile Pakun and the ninja dogs passed the time in Nian's restaurant playing poker. One of the clients, a fat and bald man, saw the dogs and panicked. Dogs playing poker? Erg, cried before fleeing. 2 hours later Kakashi finally finished the book and his visible eye regained the usual and bored look. Welcome back to reality, Kakashi. Pakun said that we must return immediately to Konoha. Why? Asked. Hello, sensei. Hello Naruto? Aren't those Jiraiya, Tsunade and Shizune? Asked Kakashi surprised. Minato nodded. Yes, they are. Now why? Tried to say before Kakashi rushed to Jiraiya. Jiraiya-sama. This book you wrote in the future is amazing. Can I have an autograph? Asked Kakashi, ignoring Minato. Of course. Always the best for my fans, said Jiraiya extending the hand to take the book. However Minato took the book from Kakashi's hands before he could give it to Jiraiya. The Ondime glared at his student. 1. This book is mine. 2. Why do we have to come back to Konoha? Asked Minato using one of his scariest faces. Kakashi gulped and began to talk. It's something that happened just after we arrived in Konoha. A delegation from Kuma appeared in order to return Hyuga Hizahi's body to his family, said Kakashi. Minato couldn't believe it. What? Are you serious? How can this be possible? Asked. Well, it looks like the actual Raikage wants to improve Kumo's relationship with Konoha. Since the Hyuga incident, the relationship between our villages was tense at best. The Raikage thinks that a gesture like this would help to heal the wounds, explained Kakashi. Minato sit down, assuming his student's words. How did the Hyugas in Konoha took that? Asked Minato. Hiyashi demanded to let his brother's body immediately in Konoha, but some of the council members argued that it could be another trap from Kumo and refused to let the body in the village until it was confirmed that it was not a trap. The Hokage had to agree and ordered to rise big tent outside the village where medic nins could make an autopsy to see if the body was not a threat and make DNA tests to confirm his identity. Hiyashi was a bit reluctant but agreed at the end, said Kakashi. Minato didn't take well that his friend's body was treated like that at his return to Konoha, but the fears of the counselors were reasonable. He looked at Naruto. I'm sorry, son, but we must return to the village and attend his funeral. I owe it to Hizashi. I couldn't say farewell to him when I resurrected, said Minato. Naruto looked a bit disappointed at first but looked at his father with a smile. I understand, Dad. Hizashi-san wanted to adopt me. It's the least we could do for him, said Naruto. He is so mature already? I thought that having his father back would make him more childish than in the future, but I'm glad to see that it is not the case, thought Jiraiya. Tsunade had similar thoughts while she headed to her room to prepare her things for the trip. Naruto was going to do the same but Jiraiya called him. Wait, Naruto. I have something for you that will fit you well, said Jiraiya handing him a package. What is this? Asked the boy excited while he opened the package. He saw a black and orange jumpsuit, with black sandals and a black mesh shirt. It's a smaller version of your future self's clothes. I hope that you would like them, said Jiraiya. Really? I love them. Thanks a lot, Uro-senin, exclaimed Naruto, hugging Jiraiya before heading to his room. Why he calls me again like that? Yesterday, when you reintroduced me to him again as the one who trained you and his future self, he looked at me in awe and wanted to learn everything he could from me and called me Jiraiya-sama. Why he treats me like that again? Asked. Well, the book incident just opened his eyes and now he sees you as the pervert you are, Uro-sensei, commented Minato. You too? I told to not use again that stupid nickname you invented when you were one of my genins, said Jiraiya, leaving the room. The small smile on Jiraiya's face contradicted his words. He really mixed those nicknames. An hour later, everybody was ready to return to Konoha, with Naruto wearing his new clothes. At first, the manager of the inn wanted Tsunade to pay for the destroyed wall and the baths, but Jiraiya convinced to turn the baths into mixed ones. Naruto spent a good portion of the trip chatting with Jiraiya and telling him about the events in Konoha since his father's reappearance. Jiraiya didn't take very well when Naruto told him about the attack that was orchestrated by Madara and those traitorous villagers, and felt worried when he told him about the latest events in Suna. Jiraiya felt very proud of Naruto when he told him how he and his friends helped Gaara and stopped Shukaku, but Akatsuki beginning the Baijiu collection so early was alarming. He would have to give Naruto a more intensive training than he expected at first. The main problem was that, although Naruto was now stronger than the time he took him from Konoha, he was still too young to being trained to use the Kyuubi's chakra. The scar on his chest was the proof that was something they should wait until Naruto reached adult age and had the chakra and the physical development required. Something similar happened with the Sage Arts. Naruto still needed more chakra and training before begin to train in them. They would have to make Naruto strong enough to face Akatsuki ninjas without relying on those power-ups, and they would have to do it as soon as possible. Luckily, Naruto had the advantage of the Cage Bunshin training. When Jiraiya heard how Naruto created the Rasen Shuriken thanks to Kakashi's idea, he smashed his head against a wall for not thinking about it earlier. Naruto also had the advantage of Minato teaching and perhaps, if his suspicions were true, a hidden power that could be better than the Kyuubi's chakra. While Jiraiya was thinking about what would be the best training for him, Naruto was now chatting with Tsunade. "Tsunade-san, you're the best medic nin in Konoha's story, don't you?" asked Naruto. "Yes, I am. Why do you ask?" responded Tsunade. "I have a friend that could be an excellent medic nin. She said that she would love to learn medic jutsus and help others. Could you take her as apprentice?" asked the boy. Tsunade smiled. "You must be talking about Sakura. She was my apprentice in the future. Don't worry about it, I already plan to train her," said Tsunade. "I'm not talking about her, I'm talking about my friend Hinata-chan. She is very good making healing oninments, she is very nice with people and has a very good chakra control. I think that she could be another excellent apprentice too," said Naruto. Well. So you noticed Hinata earlier this time, you even call her Chan, don't you, Naruto-kun?" thought Tsunade. A smile formed in her face. She always wanted to teach the shy Hyuga girl since she noticed her excellent chakra control, much better than Ino's. Hinata was not at Sakura's level, but she had larger reserves and the advantage of Byakugan. Unfortunately, Tsunade's job as Hokage and her duty towards her other apprentices didn't give her enough time to train Hinata. Now things were different and she had the time, but it didn't mean that she could take advantage of the situation. Taking her as an apprentice too? I don't know. I'm going to be very busy with my job, especially taking account that I lost recently a lot of cash and I'll have to work a lot to get it back, said Tsunade, looking like she was thinking. Hey, if money is the problem, I can give you back what I won against you yesterday if you take Hinata-chan as apprentice, said Naruto. Perfect, thought Tsunade. Okay, I will teach her. With my money back I won't have to work so much and I will have the time to train Hinata, said Tsunade. Then it's a deal, responded Naruto, offering his hand. Tsunade shaked his hand back, sealing the pact. Poor Naruto, there was not need to ask me something that. I feel a bit guilty for tricking you like that, but a kid like you who lives with his wealthy father doesn't need the money, thought Tsunade. Excellent, I felt bad for taking away the money of somebody as unlucky as her, it was almost thievery. I wanted to give it back, but she would have rejected it, telling that she didn't accept anybody's pity. With this idea I don't only managed to give her money back, but I also managed to convince her to train Hinata-chan, thought Naruto in a very manipulative and unusual way. By the way, I also have other friends with potential as medic nins who you could teach a thing or two, like my cousin Haku, said Naruto. Who's Haku? And why do you call him your cousin? Asked Tsunade, estranged. Naruto spent the rest of the journey telling Tsunade about what happened since his father returned and the distant relationship their families had with the ice users. 1 hours later in Konoha, Izumo and Kotetsu were doing the habitual guard duty, chatting about the latest news that shocked Konoha, like the return of Hyuga Hisashi's body or how the Nara era managed to seduce the Yondai Namikaze Kage's daughter. While civilians preferred to talk about Shikamaru's love life, the main topic for the ninjas were the events during Suna's Chunin exams, How the Konoha's Jinchuriki fought with other academy students against Suna's own Jinchuriki, who let his Baijuo free but still lost against them. The versions of the story varied depending to the person you asked. Sasuke's fangirls would say that he did most of the work, while others gave most the credit to Shikamaru's planification, explaining how he managed to impress the Namikaze Kage's daughter, but most people found more reasonable the version of Naruto being the main responsible of the victory. Although nobody mentioned it openly, it was logical that the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki had to be stronger than the Shukaku's. Then there was the fight that Naruto's father had against the Raikage's younger brother, who was acknowledged as Kumo's second strongest ninja, with the Raikage being the first, and the surprise of revealing himself as the Jinchuriki of the Hichibi, the second strongest Baijuo. But it didn't prevent Arashi's victory, who emulated a technique from the first Hokage with his seal techniques to defeat his opponent. If it was not enough, just after that, Itachi and his missing nin gang abducted the Kazekage, but they were intercepted by the Hand of Death, a group commanded by Arashi himself, leading to a battle where two S-class criminals died and the Yondaime Kazekage sacrificed himself to bring back his stronger predecessor. There were also rumors about a private meeting with the present Kiges and Suna and the Jinchurikis. Many people theorized that it was for negotiate the return of Hisashi's body after Arashi defeated the Raikage's brother. Finally, there was another rumor that said that the Hokage mentioned that Arashi was better in sealing than the Yondaime himself. This leads to the next question. How strong is really Arashi Uzumaki? Asked Izumo. What are you talking about, me? Said a familiar voice from behind. They turned and meet said man face to face. The poor Chiyunins paled. And nothing important, you Uzumaki-sama. J just making strength comparisons, responded Kotetsu, aware that it would be better to tell the truth instead of lying to a man who had no remorse to punish severely those who disrespected his family. Arashi looked at them a bit stranged. Why are you so tense? Never mind. Where's the 10th with Hisashi's body? I was told that it was risen at the outskirts of the village, commented Arashi. The medics finalized the autopsy 2 hours ago. After they confirmed that the body was not a trap or something like that. Hisahi's body is now in the Hyuga compound, where the clan is keeping vigil, said Izumo. Thank you, I'll go there as soon as possible, said Arashi. Excuse me, sir. Who is coming with you? Asked Kotetsu, noticing that Arashi didn't come alone. Uzumaki Naruto, how are you? Greeted the boy. Hotake Kakashi, you already know me, said the lazy Jonin. Senju Tsunade. And this is my assistant Shizune. We are returning back to Konoha, said the blonde Sanin. But only after I convinced you to come back, commented Naruto. Jiraiya for his part began a strange dance. I'm the man with no enemies. In the one who women. Cut that crap and just introduce yourself, interrupted Arashi. Geez, you are so serious. I'm Jiraiya, the Toad Sanin, legendary ninja talented writer, said Jiraiya. The Chiyunins looked at the newcomers with their eyes completely opened. Tsunade-sama, Jiraiya-sama, everybody. Welcome back to Konoha, said them. The newcomers got into the village. The Chiyunins looked at them. I don't know why they say that guard duty is a very relaxing job, commented Izumo. The group gained immediately the attention of the pedestrians, especially when the older ones recognized Tsunade and Jiraiya. Are we going to the Hyuga compound, Dad? Asked Naruto. Yes, but first we will go to see the Hokage and then go home to change clothes, said Arashi. Naruto noticed that the amount of faces who looked bad to him decreased visibly since last time he was in Konoha, and many people, especially girls his age, greeted him. He attributed it to the fact that he was with the legendary Sanin, but the truth was that his battle with Gaara left Konoha's students in a very good place, and people tends to be proud about the great things that his fellow citizens did. They arrived at the Hokage tower without incident. Naruto got into the Hokage's office without calling, as he always did. Hello, Naruto, I'm glad to see that you came back, said the Hokage. Hello old man, yes, we are back. And look who came with us, responded the boy. Hiruzen Sarutobi looked how his former students got into his office. They stared at each other for a few seconds. Jiraiya was the first one to react and hug the Hokage. Sensei. It has been a while since the last time I saw you. You look even healthier than last time I saw you, but it is not a surprise, joked Jiraiya while he tried to contain the tears without success. I'm very glad to see you again, Jiraiya, said Sarutobi. Last time Jiraiya saw Sarutobi was after Orochimaru's failed invasion, where the Sun Daime died. When Jiraiya finally released Sarutobi, came Tsunade's turn. She embraced him. I never thought I would see you again, sensei. I'm sorry for being away from Konoha so much time, But now I'm back, I won't leave, said Tsunade with tears in her eyes. I'm very glad to see both of you again, babbled Sarutobi. Tsunade was not aware that she was hugging him in a way that his head ended between her breasts. Jiraiya looked with envy at the perverted smile on his sensei's face. Lucky bastard, thought. Arashi and Naruto spend the rest of the day and part of the night in the Hyuga compound during the vigil for Hisashi. The funeral was celebrated next morning. Ninjas from all clans came to honor the man who sacrificed his life to prevent a war and saved a lot of lives and his clan's secrets. Arashi and Hisashi knew that Hisashi was completely fine in the other world, but they regretted that they couldn't see him again until they died. Naruto looked at Neji. The young genius looked undisturbed when they saw how the coffin descended in the hole. However, Hinata told him that her cousin was completely shocked and cried for his father when he thought that nobody looked at him. Naruto was tempted to say Neji that his father was happy in the other world, but he realized that revealing to another orphan that his own father came back from the death during his father's funeral was not a very good idea. He would better wait until his father made his identity public. After the funeral, Sarutobi called Arashi, Jiraiya and Tsunade to his office. "What do you want?"